Are you seeking guidance on your spiritual journey? Need help with a vexing problem? Missing a loved one and looking for answers? Look no further than Psychic Insights, a small trusted psychic service offering mediums, psychics, and spiritual coaching. This service is managed by Hollis Taylor, a gifted psychic medium, astrologer, and a compassionate coach. We are dedicated to helping you navigate your spiritual awakening. At Psychic Insights, we provide medium readings and psychic insight to help you plan for tomorrow and make choices for today. Find the support you need, compassionate grief coaching, and astrological insights to help you spiritually grow and transform. Our professional services include well-managed schedules, recorded sessions, and reliable psychic mediums ready to facilitate your transformational experience. Discover more at PsychicInsights.Life.
Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone today? Oh, my goodness. What a beautiful day it is. How's everyone's day going? Welcome over on Discord, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you happen to be watching from. Welcome to Tea Time with MamaCole. How's everyone doing today? I'm going to start and burn us some sage. Probably some Palo Santo too. Energies seem to be really intense today. How has everyone else's day been? I've actually had a wonderful day. Very nice. A little chaotic, but I rolled with it. I'm going to light us some sage. There we go. This is just to clear and cleanse us. Get rid of some of the energy from the day. Some of the residual stuff we may have picked up. I always do my feet too. So how are we today? Welcome, Tani. Welcome, Atlian. Okay, we will tell you goodbye. Hold on. Okay, everybody, we got it. A scammer, but now I got to figure out, I can't remember how to boot them. Give me a second. There's supposed to be dots somewhere. I don't know. Oh, there's the dots. There we go. I forgot how to ban people. I had somebody over. Welcome, Tani. Welcome, cool emoji. How are you? How is everyone today? Thursday. Now it's tea time. If you're new to this area, thank you, Tani. Yeah, they don't usually. Usually my viewers are pretty good and you guys report them really well. So please know there are scammers around and stuff and trolls. We just ban them and wish them well. I have made the most awesome tea today. It's a raspberry with butterfly pea flower, which is little purple flower. Can you see my purple flowers? Oh, hold on. I got too many lights on in here. Oh, you can't. Well, you can kind of see them floating. Oh, there you can kind of. The tea's actually purple, but it's not showing up. It's probably the best tea I've had in a while. Thank you so much, Tanya. So, how is everybody's Thursday going? I got some smoke going. I got a few candles. I felt the need to do some major clearing today. The energies have been, well, I know we're in Mercury retrograde. I do know something was going on with the plants because today was supposed to be a really psychic day for me with maybe a Virgo and something. I can't remember from the astrology on Monday. And boy, have I been getting like downloads and things like that. Lots of insight. I'm a grandma, but usually the kids aren't close to me. Well, my 2 youngest sons now have kids and they're close, and they're 2 and under. So we have 3 littles, 2 and under. And now the impact of grandma is really hitting me, and like my role and how important it is, and just, I don't even know, the passing of the torch kind of mortality, just so many things that I've been really processing and downloading. So that's been what my downloads have been. And also like material things, realizing that I am very well off, but just not material, you know what I mean? And the things that really matter, which money can't buy. So, and I've been working, myself, I've been crafting and creating and fine tuning my teas. That's what I've been up to. And then I've been like adding crystals to my teas. So, Tawny, my hair. I'm in Florida, 90 some degree humidity, and it's like 100 degrees out. So I look a little haggard. So, what questions you guys have? Today is all about questions. Tea time's just a real informal. Oh, see, I could not see anybody's comments over on Facebook. Now I see all of you guys. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Shawnee. You had a good coaching session with House today, Shawnee. I'm so glad. I'm available whenever anybody's ready. I am here. I love having friends here in the group. Cracks me up. Look, I gotta show you guys. Okay, over on Discord. I'm not sure I can put it on Discord, but I love it when we have friends here. You guys crack me up because they post stuff like that. Hold on, I gotta clean up our banners from the last few nights. I haven't deleted. Oh, that was from the other night. It's so full I can't create a banner. There we go. Now you just heard Shawnee say it's out of the way. And then Sarah saying that Shawnee got on her nerves today. Oh, they're so funny. Oh, and Carrie literally just got home. Welcome home. Welcome home. My fingers, my arthritis is acting up so bad with this weather, like with the high humidity. So bear with me. I'm a little slow on your comments. And my hair, hold on. Carrie literally just got home. Well, welcome home, Carrie. And Kathy Baranski, hello. Shawnee said her energy's been super intense today. Carrie, I don't have tea, but I just picked up my dinner, a burger with garlic, cream cheese, and balsamic bacon jam and fries. Oh, that sounds like a heart attack, but it sounds so good. Where the heck would you get a fancy burger? Garlic, cream cheese, and balsamic bacon jam. Wow. Oh, thanks, Shawnee. I'm a lot of people's adopted moms, honestly. Oh, Kathy. Okay. Oh, wow, Kathy. I'm so sorry, Kathy. Kathy says, and if you're ever on Discord, I know you can hear me, but you can't see me so well. I mean, see me, but maybe not hear me. But Kathy says, there's nothing like being a grandma. My grandson passed away, which has destroyed me. I can understand why. But I also can understand like the connection that you have with your grandkids. And then we got, oh, Sarah and Shawnee are just like, shut up. I love you, but be quiet. I didn't get on your nerves. But Kathy, I am so, so sorry. But no, I know the connection with my grandson is so different than the connection with my kids. It's really strong, but it's more like soul connection. Like I can't even describe the connection with my grandkids. So please know that there is a way that you can tap into that as you start to heal, and you will be able to connect with him again. No, I without a shadow of a doubt, you will be able to connect to him again and feel him. But I couldn't. I can totally understand how horrible and hard and difficult that must be without his physical presence. Hello, gorgeous. Hello, Nicole. Oh, the burger is from a local bar and restaurant, and their food is amazing. I love that. And your grandma raised you. My grandma raised me too, Shawnee. Okay. Oh, wait, we got a big, hold on. Yeah, I want you guys, this is our open and safe place. Any spiritual questions, any questions at all, pretty much no topic is off. Welcome. We, the cooks, I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses on. Over on Discord, welcome. If you want to talk, just raise your hand. I'm also live on Facebook and YouTube, but you should be able to hear me. And Shani has, I hope this fits on the banner. Let's see. Does it show it? Let's see. So I did something today. My cousin brought over my grandma's family turkey platter that we used to put turkey on at holidays. It's a ceramic glass big platter, and I had my cousin starting in the, oops, I gotta go back. It only clips so much. My cousin starting in the, hold on. Here, I'll just read it to you. It is long. Hold on. Storing it in the basement because I figured I'd never probably do another big family Thanksgiving with Corey gone. Just the way life is. So anyways, I had it in storage with the old dishes that my aunt gave me that were my grandma's. And I can't use them because they can't go in the microwave. And I don't want anything to happen to them. And I didn't want us to have to store them. So my cousin stored them for me. The one cousin I trust. And she brought me back over the turkey platter today because I came up with an idea. I'm going to make it my altar. I love that. It's a family heirloom. It's huge, and it's big enough to put all my crystals and all that I feel like it will have my grandma's and my ancestors' energy. I don't know, something just told me it would make a good altar. Is that a dumb idea? Absolutely not. That's perfect. That's exactly what an altar is. Absolutely beautiful, Shawnee. So yeah, what she's doing is taking a family heirloom, which is a turkey platter, and then putting her crystals on it. That's beautiful. I love that. Not a dumb idea at all. That's really good. That's very intuitive and listening to your guides. Great job. You love your kids. You are in love with your grandkids. Yes, Kathy. Hi, Renee. Welcome, sweetheart. And funny thing, my question has to do with grandma. Yeah, you know, I was thinking a lot of my grandma today. Grandmas really seem to be on my mind a lot today. Like being a grandma. Oh, Bianca, how lucky am I to catch you twice in a row? Thanks so much, Bianca. I know. See, Sarah has a lot. She's got a lot on her plate right now, so she wasn't able to do her live last night. So I filled in, and then today is just tea time. And Tabitha said, moved over here. I couldn't get Discord to work, but hello. Welcome, Tabitha. I'm glad. I know Discord we've been having some issues with, but it's okay. I have to go and take my beautiful puppy, Mawa, to get her needles done, so I'll be listening to you. Okay, well, you can listen. Welcome, Brandy. Welcome, Patty. Oh my God, that is an amazing idea. Isn't that a great idea? I never would have thought of a turkey platter because they're always stored. We never use them. Like, I love that idea, and I love to repurpose. I am fixing to start working on an altar myself. Love that. You know what else I love? Have you seen the, I so wish I'm in an RV right now, so I have very limited space, but I wish was back in my big house. But have you seen where they use like all the different crystal things and candlesticks and bowls and vases and platters and stuff and make elevated candle gardens, and like they light the old, like the meltable candles? I think those are cool. They call them something, candle. Sarah came up with the idea. Good idea, Sarah. I love that. So maybe next week you guys can bring pictures of your altars. What else do you think you should put on your altar? There's all different kinds of altars. You have altars for your family. You have health altars. You can have love altars. It can be whatever you want. It can be a mishmash of everything in one place. But what it is a very sacred place. I always suggest candles. I'm an elements girl, so I work a lot with the elements. I use salt, candles, water. I always have my energy water nearby. Flame, smoke, crystals. I love crystals, and I also put, like I said, water, like a glass, or you could put honey, things like that, just depending on what you're trying to call in or what you're using. She's in my text throwing a fit. Got to give her a shout out. I see what you're talking about, Sarah. So, what questions do you guys have? I can see. Hold on. Do you guys have any questions? I'm fixing to start working on altar. I read. Okay. That's great, Shawnee. Hold on. Some of the longer comments, they're like in half, so I'll start reading them. If it doesn't do all of it, Johnny says, I'm just going to bring whatever brings me joy to my altar. That is my new goal. If it doesn't bring me joy, it doesn't belong in my life. Exactly. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And that has to be like a conscious effort and choice to do. I love that. That's great. And Carrie says, I don't have an altar. Hold on. Carrie says, I don't have an altar, but I have a table with my dad, brother, 4 cats' ashes. My father's guitar is next to the table, and I have a few smaller items on the table. I love that. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So you could add like because I have cats, I use battery powered. This one's actually on, but for some reason it does not. That's kind of weird. Like it looks like a real candle flame. Yeah, there you go. So I use those a lot. That's beautiful. You have a crowd on your table, Carrie. I love that though. How beautiful is that? Let me see. Sorry, I'm looking for something. Aha, found it. Hollis was trying to send me something. Okay. Let's hop back over to Facebook. Carrie thought of a question the other day. Yes, I forgot to mention the little candles. Yeah, little candles, but I would definitely be careful if you have cats or animals. I do keep my Mary Magdalene candle, but lit only when I'm like right here. And I do use candles quite often, but only when I'm present to monitor them. Oh, Bianca, I have an altar in my living room for my son. Starting to work on an altar in my spare room that has items that represent major placements and themes from my birth chart. Oh, I love that. Do you know what would go great with that? Honestly, check out Bright Hawk's crystal grids, because Hollis and Bright Hawk are running a deal right now where you can get the crystal grid with it's based on your astrology chart, and I believe you get a reading with it. And also, like, there's different packages, but yeah, it would go perfect on your altar. And they pair the crystals with your birth chart, which I think is cool. I don't think I've ever heard of anyone doing that. And then Bright Hawk actually gathers the wood, sands it, paints it with these beautiful grids. And they're 2-sided, which I've also never seen. So you have to check that out. I don't have the link for it, but I think we have. Just message Hollis and you'll get they'll send you the link. Anyway, I love that though. I love that you guys have altars. I have quite a few. Okay, Kathy, I'd like to create an altar for Tommy. Here, hold on. Just give me a minute to copy and paste. Okay, Kathy would like to do an altar for Tommy. What? I keep doing this glasses thing. What to put on it? Pictures of him? Yes. What kind of crystals would I use? You can put whatever you want. What was your favorite thing to do? What does he send you? Does he send you flowers? I mean, feathers? Does he send you shells? Things like that? Gather them and put them on the sacred space. Things that remind you of him or that you'd like to share with him. That's what you put on there. Crystals, whatever you're drawn to, what your heart, the energy that you feel within your heart. Okay. And once again, I don't do crystal grids, but I do like medicine bags and things like that. Hollis's grids, I'm telling you, Hollis and Bright Hawk's grids are just absolutely beautiful and powerful. But even just a simple crystal, like it's as you grow, you'll add more things. They're ever growing and evolving. Water, I always suggest water. If they were, like for your grandma, I put a teacup. Like if you guys used to have tea together, a coffee mug if you used to have coffee with them, and then sit and drink the coffee every morning. In my spare room that has, see here, Bianca has one in for her son, and then her spare room that has items that represent major place. Oh yeah, we read that one. Here we go. I know, I love them. She was showing the new ones. Yeah, they showed the Bright Hawk was showing the grids, and they're absolutely beautiful. I live in Florida, and after Hurricane Helene, my cedar tree came down. So I had my landlord chop it all up, and I kept the slabs. But I've tried to sand and stuff, and I can't do it the way Bright Hawk. Bright Hawk has them perfect. And it's so hard to dry out here. So I've just been using mine raw, but theirs are like so lovingly. They spend probably 30 hours easy on one of those pieces. They're way underpriced for the time that they put into it and the quality of the art. I wish I knew how to post a pic in the comments on this live so I could show the one I have for my son. You should be able to. If not, just maybe post in the Facebook group, the Mediums group, Bianca, for us. I'd love that. Or on the Tea Time page, and just tag me. Yeah, the grids. So, yeah, the grids are gorgeous. I'm getting one, and I'm getting Sarah Smiley one for. Oh, somebody's getting a couple of them. And Kathy, he loved hiking. So you could make like a little miniature staff. You could, when you go on hikes, um, I'm seeing when you said that, as soon as you said that, I grew up backpacking and hiking myself. And as soon as you said that, I see the staff with the metal. I don't remember what they were called. Remember when you would hike some of them and you put them on your hiking staff, the wood staff back in the day? I don't even know if they still do that. That was like the 70s and 80s, where they had like these metal things, like saying that you did that trail or something. And that's what he's showing me, like a walking stick. Do you have his walking stick, or do you have a walking stick? We have a dish. We put some of his favorite candies in, and his sister always has some when she comes over. Exactly. I love that. The sweetness that represents the sweetness of life. I love that. And that's also, she's eating it for him. Aw, Carrie. I won't be able to show all of this, but music, Carrie says, music is one of the signs I constantly get. That's why my dad's guitar is next to the table and my brother's urn has a guitar on it. It says, "Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. He is my blackbird and I am his little sparrow." If you've ever seen that story I posted a while back. That's beautiful. That song just takes me. That's beautiful, Carrie. Thank you for sharing. I can really feel the love there. Seriously. I can feel how loved and held you are and how surrounded you are. And that just really brought me to tears because I'm not even sure why. I remember singing that song and I'm not sure. Wow, that's beautiful. And your grandfather's cane is next to the table which your brother had used. And Corey sends shiny music all the time. I'm making you cry. Oh, I think I just tapped into the energy really strong because I usually am pretty good at my emotions, but wow, that was beautiful. And I remember, I'm trying to think. I can't even, it just triggered a memory or something, but I'm thinking of my papa. But maybe I'm just also seeing yours. Like, that's beautiful. I can really feel the love and stuff. I really connected with you last night too. So thank you so much for sharing that. See, and that's what I love about doing this is it's about all of us sharing our stories and our experiences and any spiritual questions you have. Please know that that song, like, that really stirs like such a beautiful message because you take these broken wings and learn to fly. So, Carrie, I hope that you're really, really feeling that and really listening to that. You always listen to the Sarah McLaughlin version of it. Yeah, the energy is super intense today. I am feeling everything 1,000 times. Yes, it's very intense. My dad and brother were my world. I can feel that, Carrie. And please know, Carrie, they're still there. They're still your world. Hey, Monk, welcome. Welcome back, Monk. Thanks for joining us again. Um, so how do we deal with these intense energies when it hello, JR. Welcome, JR. Nice to see you. So how does it feel when we have these intense energies? What do we do? I honestly, tea grounds and connects me. I switch my crystals out. If you get to know me and start watching on my arm, I change my crystals kind of often. And when there's high energy days, I like a lot of grounding, earth, root chakra. So that's like the dark colors, obsidian, black tourmaline, mookaite jasper. I also have Kambaba jasper, green adventuring, things like that to just kind of ground and settle. Okay, Monk, this is more like tonight I'm doing like more, I'm not doing card pulls. I might do one for the collective at the end, but right now it's more if you have any questions, any spiritual questions, this is a timeout for us to sip and drink some tea, connect with spirit. I have had a few ideas. Oh no. Scammer. I don't know what the, I don't know how to get rid of it. Cheap viewer, I don't know. I don't know how to get rid of it. So please ignore the cheap viewer thing. I don't know what that is or how to get rid of it. Yeah, Carrie, yes. Hold on. My brother had come disabled and had an addiction. It means, oh, yes, because he's taken his broken wings and learned to fly. I love that so much. Okay, Carrie said that her brother became disabled and and he also had an addiction, and it means that he can finally fly. So please know that, like, sometimes when we get music and stuff, like, sometimes we have to, like, really listen to the words because they're not the same as they were when we normally listen to them. Do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes they really hide beautiful messages within the music that we don't normally hear because we're just singing the melody and it doesn't mean anything at the time. But then when it's set from your loved one, it seems to carry on a different nuance. Carrie says, I'm so thankful I finally realized they were with me, still helping me, still protecting me. I don't know what shape I'd be in if I didn't learn they were here. Exactly. Exactly. It's absolutely beautiful when you start getting to see life from the eternal perspective. Oh, Shani. Yeah, that's exactly it. Shani got one of my medicine bags, and they said that they start. Hold on, copying, pasting. Shani said, I wear my medicine bag I got from you. I ground myself, and I have been starting to save and grabbing my crystals. Yes. Um, what I try to get people to understand about crystals. Hold on, I'm trying to catch up on everybody's. Okay, I'm going to read these real quick. Hollis has coached me to start painting and just let it come out. Yes, exactly, Shani. And then Carrie says, my brother stopped me from getting in a horrible accident immediately after. How to Save a Life came on the radio. Oh, I love that. I've had experiences very similar. That's beautiful, Carrie. I hope you, I bet that validation just shook you to your core. I totally agree. So many songs have taken on a new meaning. Yeah, because I bet you'll never forget that when you hear that song now. Shawnee says Carrie's first song to me that he sent me after it passed was Willie Nelson, Always on My Mind. He said every time he heard that song in life, that's how he felt. I was always on his mind, even though we had our issues. So whenever I miss them the most, I play the songs he sends me. I love that. Yes. That's exactly how you connect. And play them to uplift you, not to make you Mark, you're so cute. That'll work, but you don't have anything specific to ask. Well, if it comes to you. Hello, Ashley. Welcome. I'm trying to figure out how to. That's not it. I don't know. Anyway, I think I caught up on everybody's comments. So let me see. Let me show you my little banner. If you guys need readings, if you need spiritual guidance, that's what I do. I've been a psychic medium. Honestly, I've seen dead people, worked with dead people my entire life since I was about 4 years old. I've astral traveled. I work with the Akashic. I can help you dive into your past lives, your gifts, and like help you expand on your gifts. I work very much in the quantum field and in like traveling, like helping you to connect to your past life self, to your other souls, to um, other parts of you that may be scattered and you need to reclaim, or parts of you that you need to release, like some energies and negative energies, traumas, things like that. I do a lot of crystal healing, chakra clearing, things like that. I'm a crystal master. I've taken like 5 years of school with crystals. I still, I'm getting older, so sometimes the names don't always. I'll sit there with the rock, going, "What is this?" Because I know like thousands of names, so sometimes it takes me a minute. But what I was trying to tell you about rocks earlier that I really wanted you to know is sometimes we say rocks, sometimes we crystals, gems, minerals, whatever. I want you to know, I'm going to share a really cool story with you. This is my dioptase. It's a beautiful green rock. It helps for healing. It is very third eye, very mystical. This is to help with connection. This actual stone right here looks almost identical to a place in Maui called the Io Valley, and specifically the Io needle, IAO needle. And it is a mountain right here, and then it has water, like streams that run down here. This has crystal right where the stream would be. It was one of my most sacred places in the entire world to go to. I worked on a ship, and we'd have 1,500 passengers a week. And I would go every Thursday, sit in this water, hike up there, sit in the water of the park, and let it rush over me, and just, I loved it. It helped me so much. One of my most sacred places that I've ever connected to nature and really used the elements to wash myself. And I was in the process of healing, and they had these. I always got really cheap rocks because I didn't have a lot of money. They had these in the raw. Raw is always cheaper than polished. And I'm like, I want a piece of dioptase. And the qualities of it are just amazing. I'd have to look them up, but I know it was like to help your blood, healing, traumas, things like that. So I ordered it. What are the chances? It came to me out of all the people in the world, this rock, and it looks identical. Let me see if I can share my screen. I know I can. It looks identical to the Io needle. Like if I show you the picture, you guys will freak out. But I want you to know that these rocks, these crystal formations, have taken thousands and thousands of years to form. And then you had people that went into the mines, gathered these crystals. They were put in different shops, right? Wait till you see this image. You guys are going to just, it's crazy how much this looks like the needle. And I'm going to even show you where I used to, hold on with the water. There's like a million pictures of it. I really don't know if you can see it real well there. But it's like this, here you go. And that even shows the water in the trail. Copy image. Oh, wait, I know how to do it. I share screen. Watch this. Can you see that? See this green needle right here? This green right above the lady in red? That is what's called the Io needle. I'm not sure if you see that, but it looks just like my rock. See, isn't that crazy? See this little green? Isn't that insane? This looks exactly like the Io needle. Has the mountains down below it and the crystal. So I just want to let you know, the crystal that is needed for your work or your healing will come to you. And when it comes to you, I want you to really connect with the crystals and the rocks because they all do have vibration and energy. Over back on, give me a second to catch up on your comments, guys. Yeah. Carrie Kalinsky says, I realized a while ago that my first line from my father was the day after he passed. I got Teach Your Children in my head when I went on YouTube and looked at the lyrics. I bawled when he said, you are on your own. It broke me, but I didn't realize it was a sign until a few months ago. That's beautiful. Carrie, Shawnee said, I will say that the more that I grow spiritually, the more in tune I become with his signs and messages. There's a red cardinal that lives outside my window. Since the day I moved in, the neighbors said it showed up the day I moved in and sits outside my door all the time. I know that's a sign from him. I find butterflies on everything. I've been astro traveling. I've been having downloads and dreams. I am starting to get visual. The more trauma, the more gifts are experienced. Thank you so much, Shawnee. Hold on. And if you're commenting, just please be patient because I'm trying to copy and paste. Ah. And Shawnee says, a lot of my growth has come from MamaCole, Nicole, Sarah, and Hollis. Yeah, she's worked with all of us. And I love it. I love watching you heal and grow. I love watching all of you heal and grow. It's so beautiful to witness. And Carrie says, and the How to Save a Life song, when my brother passed, and I heard that song, it made me think of him and how I couldn't save him from addiction and ultimately his life. So I understood the message that he saved me because I tried to save him. Also, Carrie, I feel too very strongly is that you need to realize nobody could save him but himself. Okay. And that's also what he was doing. He could save you because you weren't in addiction. That was a possible accident. So he was able to step in. But with an addiction, that's messing with free will. He had the free will to choose that. Okay. Oh, thanks, Shawnee. And Shawnee says that MamaCole and Hollis we've become her spiritual mentors. Because of that. Thank you so much. I know, doesn't it? Isn't that insane, Kathy? Like people don't. I have so many weird things I can show you in the rocks. Yeah, this looks exactly like my mountain. Exactly. I have so many wild things happen in my crystals. All of my crystals have some kind of some have hearts, some have. I got one time. Wait till you see this. This is called a thunder egg. No, wait, not my thunder egg. Hold on. Ah, I don't know where it is. My septarian. Oh, I'm not sure where she is. I guess I'll have to show you another time. I have what's called a septarian rock, and it looks like a running man on it. And what was cool is I got it. I don't even know. Now it's going to bug me. When I got it because I was having a lot of mobility issues. So I got this because it's petrified mud, and it's supposed to help you with your bones and grounding and strength. So I was like, oh, that's perfect. So I got one, and when it came, I was like, there ain't no way. No way. That's how I thought with that one. Now wait till you see it. Now remember, I got this for mobility because I have problems with my legs. See anything? See anything at all? Wait, hold on. It's on this side. Right here. Do you see that dude running? It's a literal man running. This is a rock. It's a rock. But look, it looks like a literal guy running. Isn't that insane? Seeing that this is just petrified mud and crystallized. This is like a calcite in the middle. Isn't that crazy? And I got my little running man. So yeah, a lot of my crystals have the craziest stuff in them. It just always blows my mind. So no, out of the thousands of rocks and crystals all over the world, the ones that come to you never come by accident. There's always a purpose and a meaning for them to come to you. And you have to discover what that is. And the only way to do that is to connect with them. Okay. And Mock said, my daughter and I were at Myrtle Beach, just on the shore, getting grounded. It was crazy because it felt like the water was responding to me, so much so that my daughter was asking me to tell it things. Felt very spiritual. I just wanted to oh, that's beautiful. That's very, so you're probably a water spirit. You know what's really cool is I've totally connected with water my entire life. And like rivers. I have always lived close to a river or a water source. I live by the Gulf of Mexico right now, rivers and springs. Probably more water abundant now than I've ever been in my life, other than like Hawaii. But you can connect with the water. There are some people that can help. I'm coming back. There we go. Sorry about that. My internet does tend to go wonky every once in a while. But I get it as a validation that you need to start diving in a little bit. Um, and I love that your daughter witnessed that too. That's beautiful. But what I was saying was, I discovered in my genealogy that my Native American heritage was actually from the they're called the water people in Mexico, like in the peninsula. They lived on an island, and that's where my part of my heritage is from, which I thought was really fascinating since I'm so connected to the water. I'm in 5 beaches in the last month. Have you been um, in the last month? So I don't know. I was going to ask this for anybody, if anybody has been in the water since the huge earthquake over in Russia, because I've been hearing different things that the water is holding like a vibration, and I was just curious if anybody has witnessed that. I was going to go out to the Gulf and see. Kathy, where do I get my crystals? Honestly, I get them from all different kinds of places. Online, friends that I know that sell, people like Hollis. Honestly, I would check with Hollis first. Be very careful who you buy your crystals from, because there are a lot of people that sell fakes and glass and things like that. Hollis has beautiful, high quality ones. Start there, and then check out, like, I have lots of friends. Like, I know all kinds of people that sell crystals, but there are some reputable ones on Facebook. I do have a group, MamaCole's Nest, that has like, I know 3 or 4 different distributors that are pretty good. The problem with crystals that I find is I shop for a bargain, honestly, because some people mark their crystals up ridiculous amounts. 3, 4. So I have friends that have mines and stuff, and like, I'll try to buy from them first or tell them what I'm looking for. And also, what I want you to know is a chip of a crystal has just as much energy and power as a huge piece. So you don't have to go spend hundreds and thousands of dollars to have big, huge pieces. You can start with just the little pieces, and they still carry just as much energy and vibration as a large piece of the same crystal. And Nicole says, hold on, my fingers are so slow. Yeah. Nicole says she needs to be near water too. It soothes my soul in ways I can't even explain. Taking a walk in the rain is just next level. I totally agree. Totally agree. I see it. Okay. So, how's everybody doing? Your rising sign is Scorpio, so that's water all day. I love that. Share your crystal dealers. Okay. Well, check out Hollis first, because I know that they have a lot, because they honestly bought out a crystal shop. And I know that you can get decent prices. Like, their stuff is really decently priced. Um, and then just message me and I can tell you a couple people. I just was standing in the water halfway up to my shins. I love that. Oh, okay. Monk, see, that's cool as heck. You were in Santa Monica when the tsunami alert came. Oh my gosh, I bet that was crazy. I bet that was crazy. But I'm glad everything was good. That's really funny. My great-grandparents owned the parking lot next to the Santa Monica Pier in 60, I think it was 68 to 71. I love Santa Monica. I bet that was crazy. I was standing in it. The water was halfway up my shins. How did the energy feel? You got up and out of there. I bet it was because, like, earthquakes. I used to live in Santa Clara area, San Jose and stuff, and the earthquakes, when you had them along is that the Loma Prieta? It was the San Andreas Fault. The energy that was released was so powerful, but we have to realize, like, and you could feel like the plate shifting. You felt good. See, I always felt energized by it. Like, but I will tell you that the earthquakes did scare me. Like, that's part of the reason I left California, because I was like, when the earth starts shaking, I'm good. But yeah, I was just curious about the energy of the water, like how it felt, because I bet she feels relieved. I bet the Mama Gaia is like, oh, you know what I mean? That, to me, it seems like the earthquakes are like her just trying to release some stress. So how are we doing, everybody? Thanks for joining us. Let's see who's over on Facebook. Some of my comment, like, I have to refresh and stuff. So, and like, okay, Nicole and Monk and I, we all like water. Now, other people they don't ground at water and stuff. They need to be up in the mountains. They have other ways of grounding. Bianca said, love Santa Monica. We visited the beach there only a half day. We went to Vegas, and I would have rather spent more time there. One day I went to see the whale swimming in the ocean. Oh, I could tell you stories. I worked on a ship in Hawaii that went island to island, and we used to see the humpback whales. Like, I think it was like February to the end of March, and it is amazing to watch them breach and feed and have their babies. Like, they would have their babies there, not have them, but they would be present there. Oh, welcome, Elisa. I'm glad you caught us too. Monk says, a couple years ago, my daughter and I were there in LA for a KCON exhibition, and there was an earthquake and a hurricane at the same time. I got rich from that trip. Heck yeah. That's good. So it sounds like that energy was really good for you. Let's see. You know, it's funny. I was born, the earth is angry. There's so many earthquakes and volcano eruptions. Do you think she's angry, or is she just relieving stress and tension? I work with a lot of healers. We do a global healing on Fridays. And I don't know so much, like, everybody has their own interpretations and stuff. And some do believe that she's angry. I do too, because, like, we take her resources for granted and stuff. And I think some of it is a warning, but I also think some of it, yeah, like her releasing stress and energy that doesn't serve her. It sounds like what we all have going on right now. Just, we need to be releasing everything that doesn't serve us, and so that there's room for us to grow. But earthquakes scare the bejeebus out of me. I wish I had gotten rich. Don't we all? But I'm learning richness isn't always material wealth. It really isn't. So, does anybody have any other questions? And I think I will do I'll do a card for the group, like for all of us. Let's see. Oh, isn't that funny? And I pulled my mermaid oracle deck. Oracle of the Mermaids. I don't use this one very often at all because these cards are huge, but they're so beautiful. So let's see. I think that's funny. We were just talking about water. I am actively looking for an exit. I'm just going to pull a card for the collective today to see what messages. What do we need to carry forward from today? Ooh, visions. Psychic images, clairvoyance, seeing, and out-of-body travel. Look at that. Wow. So pay attention to your visions. I always said that today is very psychic. Like if you have psychic abilities and stuff, pay attention to what you see today, what you feel. Any images that you get. Clairvoyance is like something you just can't understand. Like you'll see it like a projector. Any out of body travel, if you happen to do astral travel or anything, just pay attention to that, to these visions, because that's the messages. You've been hearing a lot about mermaids lately, so definitely tune into them. What are you needing to learn from them? See, I love this because there's two. There's her, and then this behind her looks like her astral self. Do you see that? So pay attention to your visions. Here we go. You pulled 2 psychic cards for me yesterday too. So Mom, yeah, weren't you talking about coaching and stuff? I did live readings afterwards and it was great. There you go. Yeah, because you said you were a reader. I would highly suggest you check out the packages and work with Hollis and I, because Hollis can really help you tweak those abilities. And we're always looking for people that are legitimate readers and stuff too. Like that would be awesome. But we do have packages available. We do coaching. I do clearing. We do all kinds of stuff. Trying to figure out. There we go. PsychicInsights.Life. But I do mediumship readings, tarot, crystal healing, coaching. I love teaching if you need to learn something. Tarot, divinations. I do all kinds of divination, things like that. And what's cool about the packages is you can see me, you can see Hollis, you can see Nicole, Sarah, anybody that you need to, and there's no expiration date. Awesome, Mom. We look forward to seeing you and working with you, honestly. So, Shawnee said, I lost time all day today. Don't know where it went. And you're getting a download that you need to leave Michigan. You just don't know where you're supposed to go. Just stay open to it, Shawnee, and you'll find out. There's astrology that helps you with that too, that shows you where you're most protective. So with that, I wish everybody, I'm going to start doing the tea times at 7 o'clock on Thursdays. So I'll be here every Thursday at 7 o'clock, unless I'm sick or something crazy happens, which I don't foresee whatsoever. So I will see you next week. I encourage you to set up those altars and Monk, work on your connecting with the mermaids and stuff like that. And share your altars and stuff. Share your crystals if you find any cool treasures or there we go. Sorry about that. But you can also post on our tea time page about your crystals and stuff if you have any questions, or just come here. Okay. Thanks, Bianca. Yeah, this is just kind of I'm going to try to bring some spirits in sometimes too, but this is just for you to ask your spiritual questions and give you a nice safe space that we can explore and ask questions and things like that. Okay. So thank you everybody for coming. Oh, my Etsy page. Yeah. I will. I did that last time too. And I was trying to get Hollis to show me Bright Hawk's page. I think I do have Bright Hawks. Hold on. because I like to share. I do teas and pendulums and things like that, and medicine bags. And Bright Hawk does the most amazing. Hold on, they do crystal grids, paintings, books. I'm on my page and I don't know where to. You got to give me a second. Listings. I just love Mercury retrograde. I always have such a hard time finding stuff. Anyway, I will share my next week. It's not a big deal because I really can't find it. Anyway, not a big deal at all. MamaCole's Nest, I believe, is what it is on Etsy, but I'll share it another time. So no big deal. And yeah, honestly, check out Bright Hawks too, because Bright Hawk has the most amazing music and art and stuff like that too. I just absolutely love. Very, very talented artists. I'm very honored to work with them in Hollis. So I hope everybody has a great night. I will see you next week, and have a good weekend and take care.
Are you seeking guidance on your spiritual journey? Need help with a vexing problem? Missing a loved one and looking for answers? Look no further than Psychic Insights, a small trusted psychic service offering mediums, psychics, and spiritual coaching. This service is managed by Hollis Taylor, a gifted psychic medium, astrologer, and a compassionate coach. We are dedicated to helping you navigate your spiritual awakening. At Psychic Insights, we provide medium readings and psychic insight to help you plan for tomorrow and make choices for today. Find the support you need, compassionate grief coaching, and astrological insights to help you spiritually grow and transform. Our professional services include well-managed schedules, recorded sessions, and reliable psychic mediums ready to facilitate your transformational experience. Discover more at PsychicInsights.Life.